Hey, what's going on, everyone? Eric Rosen, astrologer, here for the little Wednesday edition that I just started. It's called Celestial Conversations from Chaos to Clarity. This is that weekly show where I like to look at especially the most important transits of what's coming up for the week and give you that in a way that helps you find the harmony through that chaos. What's those innovative gradual steps that you can actually take in your life, giving you those little pieces that can gradually not just be reacting at the mercy of the cosmos and what it's doing, but to actually grow from it, to actually come out on top. I'm actually traveling right now. I'm on my way to California for the Conscious Life Expo in LA. This is going to be my first time there. I'll be doing a lecture, doing a little workshop on the upcoming astrology and also doing readings. And so really super excited. There's some really cool names in the business that like to go to this show. And so I stopped off at this little random park in New Mexico, just outside Albuquerque. Found this little tree, not that dissimilar from the tree that I used to record in front of back when I first started doing YouTube videos and Facebook Lives back in 2018, back before it was cool and everyone had their own channel. And so, I used to be so uptight then, just like the concerns about getting it right and what I was like putting out, and now I'm going to these big events and doing public speaking. So it's come a long way. And speaking of coming a long way, we are fully now in that Jupiter that is direct in Gemini. So I just want to say, before I even get too deep, remember, Jupiter can be a lot to integrate in Gemini. So what is Gemini? It's local, it's our environments. If you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling like it's too much, you got a lot on your plate, go take a walk around the block. Just go around the neighborhood, ride a bike, go skating, something that's just allows to see a bigger, wider picture, that's like getting into different environments. Because a lot of times we don't really see the full story unless we shift our perspective, either from a very conscious choice that can feel like it's a lot to do, or we just change the environment and let the narrative kind of change for us. The other thing that's definitely honestly the biggest thing going on with this astrology this week is that North Node Neptune are still together. They're even tighter, actually. So there's hardly a reading lately that I haven't given that doesn't have mega focus on that typical manifestation, law of attraction, dreamy Pisces visualization process. Almost everyone's challenges and issues right now can actually be solved with more of a Saturn focus in Pisces. What is it that you want to manifest, and go create it, and just bring in the senses, make a decision about what you want. Of course, Pisces does teach us a bit about karmic releasing, and as does Saturn big time, and reaping what we sow. And so it's not about pushing for something that you're subconsciously maybe a little attached to. Watch out for that Pluto and Aquarius during this Aquarius season with Mercury, where it's like, make sure that the people that you're connecting with, you still know what the boundaries are, and you're not just going on some hunch for something with someone, and that's the thing that you're manifesting. You want to make sure the frequency's high vibrational. Actually had some friends that own a kind of like a metaphysical type workshop. People come in, they do their readings, they do their healing sessions, they do group work, they sell their crystals and the books and the tarot cards and the whole 9 yards of the spiritual circuit. And one of them texted me this morning and said that it came up in her meditation that she was reminded that manifestations are always best calibrated when those feelings are present, of gratitude, of joy, of excitement, and so it really isn't about just manifesting something that we see in a catalog and dreaming up that thing of like, oh, I think I'll like that thing. That's already getting off track. So it's more so, how do you align with the sensations, the frequencies, to make sure that it's actually something that you do want to manifest if you're going to use that process. And this is a time with all this Aquarius energy, with all this Pisces energy, and also this Venus in Aries now that's in its shadow, because Venus is going to go retrograde there, and that's a whole nother story we're going to be talking about that 40-day, 40-night cycle. and the Mars that's still retrograde in Cancer. I think that this is still a time of needing to really focus and only put effort into the things that are quality, that matter. Make sure that we're still taking really good care of ourselves and seeing how we can take self-care to a new level. And that if we're remaining focused and going in the directions of the things that actually have substance, have quality, it shouldn't be depleting. And then actually, if we need to find that extra gear with that Mars retrograde and that Venus in Aries, the way we can find it for the right things. But it's hard to know what the right things are and see what the clear perception and the clear lens that the energy is feeling depleted. So make sure the energetic hygiene is on point. I mean, sometimes for me, it's literally just like sweeping, my auric field. Sometimes I'll do what's basically the equivalent of a male Kegel. Anyone can do this. It's like squeezing the perineum to really root ground into the body. Grounding is, to me, honestly, one of the best energetic hygiene practices, because when we're in an unconscious, ungrounded state, flighty thoughts, that's where we don't realize we're accidentally letting stuff in. And of course, keeping the heart open too, because speaking of which, this is that week that is building up to this full moon in Leo. And so we'll actually hit it on Wednesday. So I'll talk more about that next week. But just know that this moon that is finishing in Taurus is going to go through Gemini and Cancer. It's going to cross that Jupiter. It's going to cross that Mars retrograde in Cancer, as it's been doing for, it's been at least a month of the moon crossing Cancer. So now we get it again, and then it's been crossing Jupiter for several months. And so it's a space where take care of the basics. Like, don't get overwhelmed. Like, if you're looking for the excitement, if you're looking for the pop in life of like more passion, something that you're feeling more bravado for, you want to go for, like you're tired of feeling like something's just not quite fully like coming in, or like all the dots aren't like fully connecting. It's like, take care of like what's going on in your life, like that you just have to satisfy to get done, to even be in a position to even see and receive and actually do something about when those things do come into alignment and the dots do make sense. So appreciate you all. If you want to get an astrology reading, click on that link down below. Also, if you want to get your hands on that ebook I wrote for you to study your natal chart, that link is down below as well. I'm going to flow on with my day. Conscious Life Expo this weekend and lots of traveling. So I will catch you on the next Wednesday special for Celestial Conversations from Chaos to Clarity. All right, everyone, have a good week.